The Russian Federation has announced an ambitious plan to launch its own satellite constellation, the Russia Starlink, by 2025. This ambitious project is part of the country's plans to provide high-speed internet to its citizens and will be a major technological advancement for the country. It is estimated that the constellation will include hundreds of satellites, and the project will be a major technological breakthrough in the Russian Federation's efforts to become a leader in space exploration and technology. The planned satellite constellation is also expected to be a major source of revenue for the country, as it will provide internet services to remote areas in Russia and its neighbors. With the launch of the Russia Starlink, the country is set to make a major leap forward in the development of its space technology and communications infrastructure. So will it be a success? Let's talk about that in today's video. But before that, make sure to subscribe to us for more videos and tap the bell icon to get notified with every new video from us. Let's dive into the video. The first plans for a Russian satellite internet constellation were announced in 2007, but the project was abandoned shortly thereafter. After the Russian government purchased a 49% stake in the International Telecommunications Satellite Organization in 2014, the idea of a Russian satellite internet constellation re-emerged. The ITSO is a joint venture between member states to develop satellite communications and global navigation systems. The government has not yet specified the number of satellites that will be part of the constellation. According to Russia's Minister of Communications Nikolai Sprogalev, the project is expected to cost $13.5 billion. The idea of a high-speed satellite internet service was proposed in the 1990s, but before the current project, no one country had the resources to launch such a constellation. Over the past decade, several countries have begun efforts to develop high-speed satellite internet services. This includes SpaceX, which plans to launch its own constellation of 4,000 satellites in the coming years. The ITSO has urged all countries with plans for a satellite internet constellation to work together to avoid a space internet war. The satellite constellation will consist of a network of satellites in a low Earth orbit positioned at an altitude of 1,200 to 1,300 kilometers. The satellites will transmit high-speed internet signals to the ground through modulated laser beams. The lasers will be directed at receiving stations on the ground, which will then transmit the signal to end users. The constellation will be used to provide internet connectivity to remote areas and will offer speeds up to 100 times faster than current systems. The proposed constellation will be designed to provide internet services to the entire Eurasian region, including the Russian Federation and neighboring countries such as China, India, Central Asian countries, and Western Europe. It is likely that the satellites will be controlled from Russia, as the communication infrastructure needed to control an extensive network of satellites at such a distance has yet to be developed. The satellite constellation will have significant benefits for the Russian Federation and its neighbors. The Russian Federation will be able to provide internet services to remote areas that are currently unable to access high-speed internet. The project will be a major technological advancement for the country, providing high-speed internet to a large portion of its population. The satellite constellation will also be a major source of revenue for the country, as it is expected to provide internet services to remote regions in Russia and its neighboring countries. By serving remote regions and offering high-speed internet, the constellation will enable economic growth in these areas as well as enhance the quality of life for residents. Additionally, the satellite constellation will enable the Russian Federation to reduce its dependence on other countries for internet services. The satellite constellation will consist of several hundred satellites in a low Earth orbit. The LEO orbit is used for satellites that are in close proximity to the Earth's surface and is optimal for broadcasting a signal to a large surface. The constellation is expected to include 3 types of satellites. The first will provide internet connectivity, the second will be used to track the health of the constellation, and the third will be used to activate the other satellites and provide redundant coverage. The Russian Federation has announced plans to launch a satellite constellation by 2025, but achieving this goal will require significant technological advancements and financial investment. The first challenge for the project will be the design of the satellite constellation. The satellites will need to be designed to withstand the rigors of space travel, including exposure to high levels of radiation and extreme temperatures. The satellites will also need to be designed to pass through the atmosphere undamaged and land safely, as well as be able to communicate with each other and the receiving ground stations. The project will also need to develop the communication infrastructure needed to control an extensive network of satellites at such a distance. That's all for today's video. Hope you got some value. If so, make sure to subscribe to us for more videos and tap the bell icon to get notified with every new video from us. See you in the next video.